Alright, got another review video for you this time. Again, another egg plane. Almost done with doing reviews on these. I've done just about all of them. So stick with me on this. So this time of the Zero Fighter by Hasegawa. Let's get into it. Again, another simple kit comprising a total of 3 sprues, 1 clear, 1 contain most of the parts, and 1 contain the wings and tail. Now, one thing I did notice on this is that there is some flashing around the edges of these wing parts, which isn't present on the other ones. But it is something to notice, and will need to be sanded down a little. Another thing to note is, again, there's this strange sort of like pattern on the kit parts. I don't know how well those show up, but it's almost like a feathering. I'm not sure what to really describe it as, but it is there, and it looks like it is a defect from just how the plastic settled or cured or what have you. Another thing to note is that the details are raised on the wings, and surprisingly there is no sort of panel detailing on the main body of the fuselage, which was odd. Again, similar breakdown of parts as other eggplane kits. Difference being the cowling is separate. Moving on to the decals. At least to my eyes, a couple of the white decals do seem a little thin and don't look like they would fully block out any light behind it. So again, it could just be I got a bad set of decals, but again, that's my opinion on it. So moving on, even simpler breakdown of part build process on this one, as it basically involves just putting the fuselage together, tacking on the engine, and then adding the little extras. So as far as difficulty goes, I would say this is thus far been the most simplistic to build. So if you had to choose which one to give to, say, a beginner, looking at how the build pattern goes, I would say go with this one. Now, moving on to the markings, you're given 2 set options as far as markings. One in what I'm going to assume is navy green, if I recall correctly, and one in army green. Again, not sure exactly the difference in color off the top of my head, other than I believe one's darker green and the other's got like a more slight green yellow tinge to it. Yeah. My only real complaint, however, with this kit is as far as marking goes, it's probably not going to show up too well on camera here, but is all the masking you have to do to mask off the canopy frame, which just seems like it's going to be very difficult to do and take up a lot of time. But yeah, overall it's a fairly good kit, much like the rest of the Hasegawa egg planes, and overall, again, much the same. So until next time.